Hi folks, I've got a little part reveal for the oxygen tank. Well, not a reveal. We still haven't identified the red knob, right? Is it a radio knob? Is it a valve knob? Is it a lamp, desk lamp tightener thing? Who the hell knows? But I did find a pretty close approximation of it that I'm going to use. This is for clarity. Remember, we have the soda siphon tops, the reducing valve thing that I made this threaded socket for that turns into this, which does actually thread up into a real siphon top. That was pretty cool. Then I molded the whole thing in case you wanted to start your oxygen tank from this, or in case you wanted to build the Luke Dagobah thing that he's holding when Yoda's like, ooh, which is what I did here. And then this is the sweep arm, the transcriptor sweep arm thing, initial part. I do have casts of these. They're pretty decent, right? So these are the parts we know. And then there's the cartridge holder, right? This is mine. What's his face did another one. Anyways, so these all fit together. They work. It's pretty great. But that knob, we don't know the end cap either. I slapped together some parts from the Wankel, the Wankel engine. Yeah, that was used on the Millennium Falcon 5-foot model, right? This I found from a tool I was throwing out. It was a 1980s knockoff power tool, and I found this. It's the right size. The seam line is in the middle as opposed to closer to the bottom or top, I forget. And it's only that long. So I turned some metal spacers and threaded a screw thing through it to make basically a master. It's so small, I'm not using syringes for my resin casts that are this small. I might start doing that. I might. It can be expensive and very wasteful. But I've managed to make bowls of them. This is the one I'm going to use on mine. The threading didn't come out, but that's fine. This is the bottom of the mold, so all the bubbles, if there are any, are on the underside, and they're really quite small. I didn't do any filling on this. If you can see that. Ah! Anyways, this is the right length that we see on FX7, minus this little stub, and without the stub, right? This is the top I molded, so there's still clay all over it. But the CO2 area, it literally fits right in there, like that. Cool, huh? You could trim it a little bit. I might trim mine, maybe a millimeter or two, but it's a clear shot straight down there. So I think they would have had to glue it and stick something in there to make sure it didn't fall all the way in, because it could fall all the way in. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So I painted these with Tester's enamel. If you do the primer and then the enamel, it takes like 2 weeks for this to cure to the point where it's not sticky. It's only been a week and a half, and this is still a little tacky. I could just do the Testers straight to the resin. I wasn't sure if it would chip or not, but that would be a bit more realistic. Anyways, you can kind of see the 3 layers that I used for the bottom, but it's very squinty, and that goes down inside, so I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. But I have these if people want them. I'm not sure if people do. But look at that. That is exactly like I was hoping. Look at that. I mean, obviously, we're going to trim it so it goes all the way in. But that's pretty awesome. That's it. And you know, comparatively, size-wise, this might be I don't know. This might be 1 millimeter too big. I don't think it is. I think it's right on point. I love this. I'm really, really happy. So I cobbled together something from a found part that is close enough. There we have it. Yeah, would you focus on that, please? Would you focus? There, that's better. Anyways, that is my little project update. I found some industrial plastic and I've been making hammers out of it. I gotta start, I listed a few on Etsy, but I've actually used these for projects like this while I'm selling them. So this is a newer one. Heavier head, skinnier handle, but pretty. You get more weight in front of you. I have a few on Etsy. I'm gonna list the rest as I continue to make them. Hope you have a great day.